Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, you are going to see the top 5 Jira Service Management automations. Guys, Jira Service Management is a popular ticketing software by which you can manage, track and resolve your customer queries and tickets. And here I am going to show you how you can use the power of automation to streamline your ticketing related tasks. So here we have curated top 5 best automations that you can use with Jira Service Management, and you can set up the workflows of all these automations inside Pabbly Connect without any coding. So first let's see those workflows or use cases. So these are the use cases we have. The first one is how to post Slack messages for new Jira Service Management request. So guys, if you're working in team and using Slack for internal communication, you can use this automation to get the notifications of new Jira tickets. Second one is how to send Twilio SMS messages for new Jira Service Management requests. This is similar to the first one, but here we are sending an SMS message instead of a Slack message. Third one is how to create Jira Service Management requests from new Google Form submissions. So guys, if you want to create tickets using a form, you can use this automation. And the fourth one is similar, how to create Jira Service Management requests from new Jot form entries. Here we have just changed the form. You can use any other form as well. Last one is how to create tickets for Jira from Freshdesk. Here we are going to connect with Freshdesk and Jira to automate this work. Now guys, if you want to learn in detail how you can set up the workflows of all these automations, stay tuned till the end of this video. And this video is a complete step-by-step guide for automating all these workflows.
In this video, we will learn how you can automatically send a channel message in Slack when a new issue is created in Jira. So let's say you run a business and you use Jira Service Management for work management purpose. Now you want every time a new issue is created in Jira, a channel message should be sent in Slack alerting your employees. We will automate this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect. So let us come to my screen to see how we do this. To automatically send a Slack message when a new issue is created in Jira, let us first go to Pabbly's website. You can see the landing page of Pabbly. On the top right, you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. Well, did you know that if you sign up for free, you will get free tasks every month? So do not forget to sign up. Since we already have an account, we will just sign in. Pabbly Connect. Okay, it's loading. On top right, you can see a Create Workflow button. It will ask you to name. We will simply write Jira to Slack, create. Now you will see two windows, trigger and action. Trigger is basically when this happens, action says do this. So our entire automation process would be based on these two steps, trigger and action. Let us understand this with the help of an example. A trigger can be when an order is placed, and action can be send a confirmation message to customer. So let us begin. For the trigger application, we will select Jira Service Management. For trigger event, we will select New Issue Created. So now it will show you a webhook URL. A webhook URL is basically a link that connects two applications. So let us copy this. And now we will go to Jira where we have to paste this. For that, you can follow these instructions. So let us read. Log into Jira Service Management account. Yes, we have already logged in. Navigate to project settings, automation, and then create a rule. So let us go here. Let me select a project. Now come to the left hand side and you will see this project settings. Click there. Alright, then again on the left hand side, we will scroll and you will find automation. Now come to the right corner, you will see create rule. Okay, let us go back to Pabbly and read what it says now. Select issue created from issue trigger action, then click on save. Okay, so let us select issue trigger. Then it asks to select issue created. Now save. Alright, now let us go back and read what else it says. Okay, then send web request under notification section. Okay, so we have to select send web request. Now let us go to new action and you will select notifications. Then we'll click here send web request. So now here we will have to paste the URL. So let us go to Pabbly Connect, copy this URL, and then as you can read the instructions, copy the webhook URL and paste it under web request URL field. So let us just paste it. Now scroll down and let's see what more it says. Here it says select issue data of Jira format from web request body. Now let us come to web request body like you can see here, and we have to select issue data Jira format, not automation but Jira format. Okay, then let us just save it. Now it will ask you to name your automation. As you can see here, you will have to give a name and turn it on. As simple as that. We will just write trial, then turn it on. You can give whatever name you want and you will see your automation has been turned on. Now you will see it is waiting for webhook response. Now let us do a test submission to see if Pabbly is successfully connected with Jira Service Management. So let us go to Jira and try to create an issue there. Now back to projects, and on the top you can see create. So I will create an issue here. So now let us select the issue type. I will need IT help. Okay. Then select date would be, due date would be, let us say 12th August. Now summary would be, if anything, so I will just write integration error. Okay. Now I will have to assign it to someone. So I'll assign it to Pabbly apps. Okay. And then let us just create. So you can see we have created the issue. Like you can see here, integration error right at the bottom. The issue has been created. Now let us go to Pabbly Connect and see if it has captured the response. Yes, you can see the response has been captured. You can see here in the summary, it's integration error. That was our issue. And if you'll scroll further, you will see the due date is here. That was 12th August 2022 and so on. So this means we have successfully integrated Jira Service Management with Pabbly. Now on to our final step. For action, we will select Slack. For the action event, we will select send channel message. Since we wish to send a message in our channel to our team, add new connection, connect with Slack. Okay, it will ask the token type here, either write user or bot. We will write user. Okay, scroll down. Since I was already connected to Slack, I was already logged into Slack, I will not have to give my credentials again. I will just click on allow and authorization successful. So now you can see it will show me my channel's name. Like here, I'll show you on Slack. On the left hand side, you can see these channels name. Okay, so now I will have to select the channel in which I wish to send the message. So I will select Jira integration. Like I'll tell you here it is. Yes, Jira integration. This is, I want to send a message into this channel whenever a new issue is created in Jira. Okay, so I've selected my channel. Now you will have to write a message. So let us just write, hey team, an issue has been created with the name. So So let us map in the name here. We'll map it from here, like you can see. Okay, before we map it, you must be thinking, where are we getting this details from? Where are we getting this data from? So let me take you to step 1, where we connected Jira Service Management with Pabbly and made a dummy issue. So Pabbly captured this response. This is the exact same response that Pabbly has brought us here. Okay, so let us map it. We will just write what the summary. Okay, hey team, an issue has been created with the name this. Okay, it is a, so let us select the priority. Priority was medium. It is a medium priority task. The issue has been assigned to. Now we will map in the name of the person to whom we had assigned the issue. So let us just search with this using assignee. And yes, it was assigned to Pabbly apps. Click here. Then just write due date is. Again, we will map in the due date. Here it is. Kindly take note. Okay. Okay, so we are done with the message. Before we proceed further, I would like to tell you something about mapping. Here you can see the fields that we have mapped in. Here the issue name, that was integration error, the priority level of the task, that was medium, due date and other details. So these details, these mapped details from next time will automatically be updated. So what happens is, whenever a new issue is created in Jira, this message box in Slack, this message box will automatically map in the new details, will pick the new details, that is the new issue's name, then the new due date and so on, and you will not have to do these manually. Okay, so we are good to go. If you have any image URL, you can put it there. We will leave it empty for now. Now let us just save and send test request. Okay, it says response received. Now let us go to Slack and check if a message has been sent there. And yes, you can see in this Jira integration channel that we had selected, the message is here. Hey team, an issue has been created with the name integration error. Remember, we mapped in this field and that's how it's going to come here. It's a medium priority task. We mapped this as well. The issue has been assigned to Pabbly apps. We mapped this. We mapped the due date as well. So this means we have successfully connected Slack and Jira Service Management using Pabbly Connect. In this video, we will learn how you can automatically send a Twilio SMS when new issue is created in Jira Service Management. Now let's say you run a business and you use Jira Service Management for work management purpose. Now you want every time an issue is created in Jira Service Management, a Twilio SMS should be sent to an assigned person. Now we will automate this entire process using Pabbly Connect. So let us come to my screen and see how we do this. To automatically send a Twilio message when a new issue is created in Jira Service Management, let us first go to Pabbly's website. You can see the landing page of Pabbly. On the top right, you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. Well, if you sign up for free, you will get free tasks every month. So do not forget to sign up. Since we already have an account, we will just sign in. Now Pabbly Connect. On the top right, you will see a Create Workflow button. It will ask you to name. You will simply write Jira Service Management to Twilio. Create. Okay, it will show you two windows, trigger and action. So trigger is basically when this happens, action says do this. Our entire automation process would be based on these two steps. Let us understand this with the help of an example. A trigger can be when a sales is made, an action can be send a message to the customer or owner. In our case, a trigger can be when a new issue is created in Jira Service Management, an action can be send a Twilio message to your agent or your team member. Let us begin. For trigger application, let us select Jira Service Management. For trigger event, we will select new issue created. It triggers when a new issue is created in a project. Now it will show you a webhook URL. A webhook URL is basically a link that connects two applications. So let us copy this and we will now go to Jira Service Management where we have to paste this. So for that, let us read these instructions. Log into Jira Service Management account. Yes, I'm already logged in. Navigate to project settings, automation, then create a rule. Okay, now let us go to Jira. Here on the left hand side, you will see at the bottom project settings. Click there. Again on the left, if you will scroll down, you will see automation. Okay, it's loading. Then come to the top right corner, you will see create rule. And from all components, select issue triggers like it is mentioned here. You can see select issue created from issue trigger section. Okay. So here, this is the issue trigger section. We will select issue created. Just save. Now we will select new action. Now let us see what it says. Click yes, we clicked on new action. Then send web request under notifications section. Okay. Here let us find notifications. Then send web request. Now here we will have to paste the URL. Exactly this one. Yes, you can read here. Copy the webhook URL and paste it under the URL field. Then select issue data in Jira format from web request body. All right. Let us paste this. Then scroll down from web request body. We have to select issue data Jira format. Okay. Let us save it. Now it will ask you the name. So we will simply write test trial. You can name whatever you want. Turn it on. And you will see it says your automation has been turned on. Alright, now you will see it is here waiting for webhook response. So let us do a quick test submission to see if it is able to capture the response. Let us go to Jira. Now again back to projects. Here I will just create a dummy project or dummy issue. Okay, so these are the issue types. You can see IT help, service request and so on. So we will take IT help here. Summary would be integration issue, integration problem. Okay, due date let us select. Let us select it for maybe Thursday, that is 18th August. And let me assign it to Pabbly apps. Okay, so we are good to go. Let us create this. And it says you have created, like you can see. Here it is, integration problem. Now let us go to Pabbly Connect and see if it has captured the response. Exactly, you can see the issue key is demo 21, like you can see here. And if you scroll down, you will see the issue type, that is IT help, that we had selected from the drop down. And if you scroll down, you will see the priority level, that is medium. And if you scroll down, you will see the problem, that is the field summary, integration problem, and so on. This means we have successfully connected Jira Service Management with Pabbly. Now on to our next step. The action step. We will select router here. Okay, so what happens is we will consider two conditions here. Let's say, let me first take you to here, Jira. So like you can see the issues here, IT help, task, service request, and so on. So let's say we are considering two conditions here. First, when a request or an issue is created with this issue type, IT help, a Twilio message should be sent to person or team X. Similarly, the other would be when the request or issue is created with this, you can say service request, the message or Twilio message should be sent to person Y, the other person. So considering these two conditions, we are using router here. Okay, so let us just set this. So here in the label, we will map it from Jira Service Management. Let me search using, yes, the issue type. We will take issue type as IT help. Value we will write IT help. So we want when the issue type is equals to IT help, then send a message to person X. Let me just save and send test request. Yes, so here you will see the condition is true. Why? Because the request that we captured, the response that we had captured initially had the issue name as IT help. And now when this condition meets, the message, Twilio message would be sent to specific agent. We'll see it here. Now for the action, we will select Twilio. Action event would be send SMS message, connect, add new connection. All right, we'll have to give these details here. Account SID, authorization token, and account SID once again. So that means 2 times we will have to give account SID. So for this, let us go to Twilio. All right, here is my dashboard and you can see account SID. Let us copy this, come back to Pabbly, paste it here as well as here. Now for the authorization token, let us again go back to Twilio. You'll see this auth token here. We will click on show, then copy it and paste it. Let us save. Okay, so here we will write the body of the SMS. So we'll write hi. Then comes the assignee's name, so which we are going to map from here. Let me map from here. Okay, here's the assignee name. You can see Pabbly apps. When the issue was created there in Jira, we had assigned this to this person, Pabbly apps. So we will send the message to them. Hi, Pabbly apps, and issue. Now we will map the issue name, that was integration. Yes, an issue. Integration problem was created, was reported. Due date is, we will map the due date again from Jira. Okay, here is the due date. Kindly look into it. Okay, so here you can read, hi, the name of the person who the task is assigned to. An issue, again we have mapped in, integration problem was reported. The due date is this, so kindly look into it. So now what will happen is, whenever any request with IT help with this is created, with this issue type is created, message would be sent to this agent. Okay, so first let us give the sender number. So for this, we will again go to Twilio, and right here you will see the phone number. Let us copy this and paste it. Now it needs recipient number, that is the agent's number. It has to be in +91 format, that is plus and your country's code. So now let us paste this. Okay, I'll just paste it here. So now let us just save and send test request. Okay, it says response received. So what will happen is, whenever an issue type a request or an issue is created with the issue name IT help, the Twilio message will automatically be sent to on this number to this agent. Okay, I'll show you the message. Now let us save this. Okay, and close. Now for route 2. Now again we will map it from here, Jira Service Management. If you'll scroll down, you will see issue field, issue type, that is IT help. So now what we want is, here I'll show you, instead of IT help, if we receive an issue with this service request, so it should be sent to some other person, some other agent. So here I will just write service request. Okay, so now when we save and send test, you will see it will show error, condition is false. Why? Because we have in the response that we captured, the issue type that we got was of IT help and not of service request. So now when this happens, when we receive an issue with service request, a Twilio message would be sent to some other agent or other person of the team. So let us select this Twilio. For action event, again we will select send SMS message, connect. Since we were already connected to Twilio, we will now go with select existing connection, save. Now body of the SMS, again we will write hi, and you can map the person's name here like how we did in our first step. So I will simply write agent 2. Then we will write an issue has been issue. We will map it again from here. Yes. Has been created with due date. Again, we will map in the due date. Please check. Okay. Then comes the sender number. Again, for this we'll go to Twilio. We'll copy this and paste it. So here for recipient number, we will just paste the contact number of the person who do you want to send the message when any issue is created with this service request. All right, let us save and send test request. And it says response received. I'll show you the message. All right, now let us just save this and close. So now what will happen is whenever an issue is created in Jira Service Management, the workflow will first see the issue type, that is if it is IT help, like you can see here, or service request, and then will accordingly send messages to separate team members so that they can look into their issues. In this video, we will learn how you can automatically create a request in Jira Service Management when a new response is received in Google Forms. So let's say you run a business and you use Jira Service Management for work management purpose. Now you want every time a new response is received in Google Forms, a request should automatically be created in Jira Service Management. We will automate this process using Pabbly Connect. So let us come to my screen to see how we do this. To automatically create a service management request in Jira when a response is received in Google Forms, let us first go to Pabbly's website. You can see the landing page of Pabbly. On the top right, you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. Well, did you know if you sign up free, you will get free tasks every month. So do not forget to sign up. Since we already have an account, we will just sign in. Pabbly Connect. On the top right, you will see a Create Workflow button. It will ask you to name. We will write Google Forms to Jira Service Management. Okay. Create. Now it will show you two windows, trigger and action. Trigger is basically when this happens. Action says do this. So our entire automation process would be based on these two steps, trigger and action. So let us understand this with the help of an example. A trigger can be when an order is placed. An action can be add the order details in a Google Sheet. So here in our case, a trigger can be when a new response is received on Google Forms. An action can be create a service request, a customer request in Jira Service Management. Alright, so let us begin and select Google Forms as our trigger application. For the trigger event, we will take new response received. Now you will see it has generated a webhook URL. A webhook URL is basically a link that connects to applications. So we will copy this and go to Google Forms where we have to paste this. For establishing a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly, you can read these instructions here. Okay, let us go to, so this was the form that we had created, a Jira request form. You can see the first name, last name, email, mobile number and summary. Now come straight to the top. Right next to questions, you will see responses button. Click there. Here you will see a Google Sheet-like icon. Click and it will give you two options, create a new spreadsheet or select existing. We will go with create a new spreadsheet. And you will see it has automatically created these fields, first name, last name, email, mobile number and summary, the exact same fields that we had made in our Google form, like you can see. Alright, coming back to Google Sheet, on the top you will see extensions. Now scroll down and you will see Pabbly Connect webhooks, initial setup. Here, remember this URL, this webhook URL that we had copied. Yes, paste this. For the trigger column, we will write column F, this column, that is the summary column. So what will happen is the moment this last column, the summary column gets filled, it will automatically capture the entire row's response. So let us submit now. Okay, again, click on the extensions on the top. Again on Pabbly Connect webhooks, but instead of initial setup, this time we will go on send on event. So now what will happen is the moment a new response is received in Google Forms, the details get here in Google Sheets. So the exact same rows, the exact same details will be captured by Pabbly. Okay, so now let us go to Pabbly and you will see it is waiting for webhook response. So to see if we establish a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly, let us quickly go and do a test submission. Okay, here I will just click on preview and will quickly fill in dummy details. So you can see I filled in the dummy details, first name ABD, last name sample. Since I'm using this just for testing purpose, I've given such names. Then the email address, mobile number and problem. That was the customer is facing this integration error. So now let us submit. Now let us go to Google Sheets and I'll show you it has captured the response. First name, last name and so on. Now let us go to Pabbly Connect and see if it is able to capture the response. And yes, here you can see the first name ABD, last name sample, then the email address, then the mobile number, then the problem that customer was facing in the summary section here. That is integration error. So this means we have successfully connected Google Forms with Pabbly. Now on to our action step. Here we will select Jira Service Management. For the action event, we will select Create Customer Request, Connect, Add New Connection, connect with Jira Service Management. Okay, choose a site, mine is this. Accept. I was already logged into my account, so I will not have to give my credentials here for Jira. Okay, authorization successful, it says. Now you can see it is automatically fetched these details. We will have to map in a few here. Okay, so the URL ours remain this. Service desk, I'll show you. There are two service desks, Connect Customer Service Management and Demo Service Project. So we'll be working on this. So let us select here. And let me show you here as well on Jira. On the left hand side, I will select Jira Service Management. Here it will ask me to select. I will select Demo Service Project. Okay. And here it is. So request type you can select as per your need, customer support, IT help, and so on. I'll select IT help. Now it will show you the list of the customers. XYZ testing, Ashmita Mandal, dummy test, example customer, all these customers. I'll show you again here on Jira. You can see this is my customer list. However, the problem is this customer, this AB day sample, it is not in my Jira list as of now. And here if you will see, you will read this help text, select customer or map customer ID. So this person, the problem is that this is a completely new person, ABD sample, and this person is not added as a customer in our Jira list. So what we will have to do is we will first have to add this person, ABD sample, as a customer in Jira. For that, we will just simply click on plus button here. Again, we will select Jira Service Management. Action event would be create customer, connect. Since we were already connected to Jira, we will just go with select existing connection. Okay, now you will see it will ask for a few details like display name. So we will select ABD space. Last name we will map sample. For email, again we will take it from Google Forms. Yes. Well, now you must be thinking, where are we getting all these details from? So for that, let me take you to step 1, where we did a test submission here. So there you can see we received a response like this, and first name, last name, email, and we got these details. So Pabbly brought the same details here, like you can see. And the interesting thing about mapping is like how we have mapped in these details, the first name, the last name, the email address. The interesting part about this is from next time, these fields will automatically be updated again. Let's say a new person fills in a Google Forms. So here in the display name and the email, these boxes will automatically be updated with the new name, with the name of the new customer and their email address. So you will not have to do it manually. Okay, now let us just save and send test request. You will see it has received the response. It has generated this account ID. We will use this account ID in the later step. And this person, this ABD sample, like you can see the display name it is showing, has been created as a customer in Jira. So let us go to Jira once again and see. Let me just refresh. Okay, you can see ABD sample with this email address has been successfully created as a customer in Jira. Now again, coming back here. Now let us go to our final step, that is Jira Service Management, where we will create a customer request. So before we put in these details, enter these details, let us reconnect. Why? Because we added a step in between. So we will go with here, select existing connection since we are already connected to Jira. Okay. Now it will ask you another few details. Here like we told you, we will select this demo service project because we were working there. Request type you can select as per your need. I'll go with IT help. For customer, now let me enable mapping. I will remove this and take it from the Jira Service Management second step where we created a customer and it generated this ID, account ID. I'll show you here. It's processing. I'll show you when we created this person as a customer, the response gave us this ID, this account ID was created, and the very same ID we have mapped here in the customer box. For the summary, we will map it from Google Forms. Summary would be the problem that the customer is facing. This integration error. Description, if you wish to write, you can. If you want to leave it empty, we will simply write, need help with integration of apps. Okay. Now let us just save and send test request. You will see the response has been received. All these details, issue key, it has generated demo 15. So this is by default. And now you can see other details. So now let us quickly go to Jira and see if a request has been created. Okay. And you can see the request has been created by this issue key, demo 15, integration error. That was our summary. Let us click here and you will see further details. This is the description that we had given, need help with integration of apps. And this demo 15, this is by default, as you can see here in the response. So Jira is generating these serial numbers, these issue key in this format by this name. So this means we have successfully integrated Jira Service Management with Google Forms, all using Pabbly. In this video, we will learn how you can automatically create a customer request in Jira Service Management when you receive a new submission on JotForm. Now let's say you want every time a new response is received in JotForm, a customer request should be created in Jira Service Management. So we are going to automate this entire process using Pabbly Connect. Come to my screen to see how we do this. To automatically create a customer request in Jira Service Management when a response is received in JotForm, let us first go to Pabbly's website. You can see the landing page of Pabbly. On the top right, you can see two options, sign in and sign up free. Well, if you sign up free, you will get free tasks every month. So do not forget to sign up. Since we already have an account, we will just sign in. Pabbly Connect. On the top right, you will see a create workflow button. It will ask you to name. We will simply write JotForm to Jira Service Management. Create. Now it will show you two windows, trigger and action. Trigger is basically when this happens, action says do this. So our entire automation process would be based on these two steps, trigger and action. So let us understand this with the help of an example. A trigger can be when an order is placed, and action can be add the order details in a Google Sheet. So in our case here, a trigger can be when a response is received in JotForm. The action can be create a customer request in Jira Service Management. So let us begin. For trigger, we will select JotForm. For trigger event, we will select new response. Alright, here it will show you a webhook URL. A webhook URL is basically a link that connects two applications. So let us copy this URL and go to JotForm where we have to paste this. You can read the instructions here. We will just do it. You can see my JotForm dashboard. Here are a few forms that I have created. So I am going to select the form, edit form. I want this form, customer form. Like you can see, here are the details, name, full name, first name, last name, customer's email address, customer phone number, the issue that customer is facing, and a summary on what their issue is. Alright, so now let us paste the URL. For that, we will go to settings. Right on the top, you can see middle option, settings. Now come to the left hand side and you will see integrations. Now here in the search bar, just write webhooks and here it is. Now just paste the webhook that we copied from here. Yes, this. So we pasted it here and we will click on complete integration. Okay, it says integration ready. Now let us come to Pabbly and see what's happening. Alright, here it is waiting for a webhook response. So now to see if we have successfully connected JotForm with Pabbly, let us quickly go and make a test submission. So for that, let me go to JotForm. This was the form that I had created. So I'm just going to click on preview form. I'm going to fill in some dummy details here. So you can see we have filled the form, the dummy details. You can see the name, that is trial, last name is ABC, trial ABC, email address trialabc@pabblytunes.com. So since this is just for testing purpose, I have used such names. It's the contact number, the issue is application problem. The customer is facing problem with the application, and in the description they have written application not working. Alright, so let us just submit the form. Okay, the form is submitted as you can see here. Now let us go to Pabbly and you will see we have received a response. If you'll scroll down, you will see the details here. You will see the customer's first name, that is trial, the last name ABC, email address, contact number, the issue that customer reported, that is the application problem, the description here, application not working, and so on. So this means we have successfully integrated JotForm with Pabbly. Now on to our action step. For that, we will select Jira Service Management. For the action event, we will select Create Customer Request. Alright, connect the two. Add new connection. Okay, it's loading. Like you can see here. I will just choose a site and accept. Okay, it says authorization successful. Now you'll see it's connected. Here are a few details. Base URL, it remains the same. Service desk, we will select Demo Service Project. Why? Because we'll be working here. I'll show you here. You can see we'll be working here, Demo Service Project. Alright. Now request type it needs. So request type would be IT help or custom computer support, whatever you feel like as per your requirement. Okay, here you will see we will have to give the customer's name. So it's already showing the list of the customers that I have in my Jira Service account. I'll show you here. These are the customers I already have in my Jira Service Management account. However, you will not find this name, Trial ABC. This is the person who sent us, who submitted the inquiry, the problem that they were facing on JotForm. So this was the person whose response we received on JotForm. So you will not find their name anywhere in this customer list here or here. You won't find their name. So what we will have to do is, first we will have to create this person, the one who has sent us a query via JotForm. First we will have to create this person as a customer in Jira Service Management. Only then we can create a customer request by their name. So for that, what we will do, we'll add a step in between, and for the action application we will select Jira Service Management. For action event would be create customer, connect the two. We were already connected to Jira Service Management in the previous step, so we will here select existing connection. All right, we are connected. Now what we will do is base URL remains this. Display name, we will map it from jot form. Now before we map, you must be thinking where exactly are we getting this information from. So let me take you to step 1, where we connected jot form with Pabbly and did a test submission. So we received the response from jot form here on Pabbly. You can see that was the customer's name, their email address, their contact number, their issue. So Pabbly brought exact same information here. So we will be using it from here. Now we have to map the name, the display name. So we'll take it from here. Trial, give a space. Again scroll down. We'll take the last name, that is ABC. Now we will map the email address. Email would be, here it is, you can see. Okay, so the important part about mapping is that from next time these fields, the mapped fields, like you can say display name, email, these fields will automatically be updated. So what happens is, so when next time when a response will be received on jot form, that person, the customer's name will automatically be mapped in here, that is in the display name section. Their email will be mapped in automatically and you will not have to do it manually. All right, now let us just save and send test request. Okay, you will see the response has been received. You will see it has generated an account ID. This we will be using in the later step. And the display name will come like this, the email address. So now let us go to our Jira Service Management and see if this person, this trial ABC has been added as a customer there or not. So I'll take you here. This is my dashboard. On the left hand side, you will see customers. Let me open the tab. And you will see here it is. Scroll. Trial ABC. This is the person who we just added as customer in our Jira Service Management. Now since this person has been added as a customer here, now we can create a customer request from his name. So here we'll come to final step, that is create customer request in Jira Service Management. We will just reconnect. Why? Because we added a step in between. So we'll just go with select existing connection since we are already connected. Okay, it's loading. This is here. And like I told you, service desk would be this as we are working on this. IT request type you can select. I will go with IT help. Now here in the customer section, pay a little attention. We will just turn on the mapping. Remove this. Now click on Jira Service Management and you will on the right on the top you will see account ID. Just click there. Remember this account ID was generated when we added trial ABC as a customer, when we created them as a customer. So this account ID was generated. Exact the same ID we are going to map it here in the customer section. Now let us map in the summary. So again we are going to take it from jot form. If you'll scroll down, you'll see the issue, that is the application problem. We'll just click there and this is the summary. The description now we will give. So if you'll scroll down, again you'll see describe the issue. So we will say application not working. The details are mapped in. Now let us just save and send test request. And you will see we have received the response. You can see all these details are here. It is automatically, by default, it has allotted issue key, that is demo 30. And here are the details, further details. You can see the display name is there. The time at which it was created, the time at which the request was, customer request was created, 3:39 p.m. that is there, and so on. Now let us go to Jira Service Management and see if the request has been created by this name. Okay, here it is. Now let me just refresh this. And you will see it is successfully created. You can see demo 30. That is this is by default. Jira is allotting these numbers. So demo 30 is the number key, issue key number like we saw here. I'll just show you here in Pabbly. Okay, so it's the number, then the summary is application problem. And this means we have successfully integrated jot form with Jira Service Management, all using Pabbly Connect.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to create tickets for Jira issues. So imagine this, you are a team leader and you are using Jira to create issues for your products. So the idea is that once an issue is generated in Jira, a ticket will be created in Freshdesk so that your team members may work on resolving the issue. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy all the details of the issue from Jira, sort it out, and manually add a ticket in Freshdesk. The problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new issue is created in Jira, automatically it will add a ticket in Freshdesk. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Jira and Freshdesk. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen. Okay, so we are going to begin with a small example. So this is my Jira account. And the idea is that once an issue is created in Jira, it will be reflected as a ticket in your Freshdesk. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to create an issue. So the name of the issue is Python programming. Python programming error. Okay, so this is a small issue. Okay, let me just correct the spelling. And the description is the for loop failed due to insufficient brackets. So this is your small description that I have entered. So let me just click on create. Okay, so as you can see, an issue has been created. So let me just look into my Freshdesk. Do we have a ticket called Python programming or Python programming error or something? Yes, we do have the ticket. Okay, Python programming error. And this error, this ticket has been assigned to this person called as Mark Corbett. So this is the whole gist. Anytime a new issue is created in Jira, it will be reflected as a ticket in Freshdesk. So to begin the actual integration process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com. So your obvious question is, why Pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Jira and Freshdesk. So this is the website of Pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, Create Workflow. Click this. Now, before I create a new workflow, there is something I have to do. So as you can see, I already have created a workflow that connects Jira to Freshdesk. Now I'm going to switch off this workflow. Okay, the reason is we are going to create a new workflow and there is this old workflow, so it will create a duplication of results. So to avoid the duplication of result, I have switched off this workflow. So let me just click on Create Workflow. Okay, so we have to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Jira to Freshdesk. And let me just click on Create. Okay, so when you click on Create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So basically, we are going to create a new workflow from scratch. Now, if you want to replicate or clone this workflow, I will make sure the link of this workflow is available in the description box. So in the Choose app, how about we make it as Jira? Because we want to send the data from Jira. That is why Jira it is. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new issue? New issue is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new issue is created in Jira, then what action should be taken by the system? Now we do have a ton of trigger events like issue updated, new comment, comment deleted, issue deleted, sprint created. All of them are a bunch of trigger events. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build a trigger event for you. But at present, I basically want to send the data when a new issue is made in Jira. So let me just click on connect with Jira software. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the email as well as the API token. So let's start with the easy one. So this is my email. Okay, so basically this is the same email with which I have registered in my Jira account. And now coming to the API token. So to get the API token, let's have a visit to Jira. So this is my Jira account. Let me go to the profile. And here you will find the option called as account settings. Click this. Okay, so this is my account settings page. Here all you have to do is just click on security. Okay, so here you will find the section called as API token. Let me just click on create and manage API token. So basically we have to create a new API token. Okay, as you can see, I have created a ton of them. Now for your consideration, I'm going to create a new API token. Okay, so we have to give a name. I'm going to give it as fresh desk ticket because we are actually going to create a ticket from this issue. Okay, you can give any random name according to your choice. So let me just click on create. Okay, so basically this is your API token. Let me just remove this privacy and copy this. So this is the API token that we have copied and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the API token. So let me just click on save. Okay, so as you can see, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. Now in the usual scenario, we basically copy this webhook URL and paste it into the triggering software. Here we don't have to do it. We basically have to fill all this blank and just click on save and send test request to start receiving the data. So for example, we have to fill in the domain. So basically this is my domain. So let me just show you the domain. So this is my domain. I'm sorry. Okay, this is my domain. I've just copied this. And I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the domain. Now coming to the name. So basically we have to assign a name to your webhook. So I'm just going to give a name, random name. How about Freshy Ticket? So this is the name of my webhook URL. Of course, just a random name. And now coming to the JQL filter. So basically what we are going to do, we have to select a project in Jira from which the issue data will be created. So basically, so as you can see, we have a ton of projects. Okay, for example, bug tracking project, Pabbly Connect project, error fixing, Motorhead, code error mapping. So I have a ton of projects. So basically the idea is that once an issue is created in this particular project, the data will be sent. So I'm selecting the project as bug tracking. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, now this is not complete. So before we completely paste it, let me just copy this part up to here. Okay, not up to here, up to here. Okay, copy this also and paste it in front of bug tracking. Okay, so we have made sure that the project is basically bug tracking. So the project is bug tracking. Okay, so once an issue is created here, the Pabbly Connect will have to capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so this is the API response showing that we have successfully integrated with this particular project, that is bug tracking. Okay, so what we are going to do next is we are just going to click on capture webhook response. So this will ensure that anytime a new issue is created in Jira, it will start capturing the data. So let me just create a new issue. So the summary of the issue is C++ programming error. So let me just create this programming error in Windows 10. Okay, the while loop is stuck due to excessive and incomplete brackets. Just a random description, that's all. And let me just click on create. Okay, so an issue has been created, C++ programming error in Windows 10. Okay, so let's have a look. Since Pabbly Connect is integrated with this project in Jira, has it captured this data or not? Okay, so as you can see, the data has been captured. So let's have a look. So let me just scroll down. Okay, let me just scroll down even more. Okay, so let us explore. Okay, so as you can see, this is the summary, C++ programming error in Windows 10, and then we must be getting the Jira description. Okay, so this is the Jira description. The while loop is stuck due to excessive and incomplete brackets. So we have got both the summary as well as the description, sufficient enough to create a ticket in Freshdesk. So to create a ticket in Freshdesk, let me just introduce one more window. Okay, so in the choose app, how about we make it as Freshdesk? Okay, Freshdesk it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as create tickets for existing contacts. And let me just click on connect with Freshdesk. In the new credentials, we have to fill in the API key, the Freshdesk account password, and the Freshdesk subdomain. So to get the API key, let me just take you to Freshdesk. So this is my Freshdesk account, and let me just go to the profile, okay, and let me just click on profile settings. So basically, this is my API key. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so this is the API key. Now coming to the Freshdesk account password. So to get the Freshdesk account password, all you have to do is just type in the password with which you have logged in. Okay, so this is my password and I have entered it. Now coming to the Freshdesk subdomain. So this is your Freshdesk subdomain, all the characters after HTTPS and in front of .freshdesk. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the API key, then we have entered the Freshdesk account password, and of course we entered the Freshdesk domain. So let me just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to create a ticket in Freshdesk from the data that we have received from Jira via Pabbly Connect. So in the description, let me just introduce you to this button. This button is called as the mapping button. When we click this, we will find all the details that we have received from Jira. So the description was something, okay, so let me just scroll down. Okay, so the description, okay, so nope. So it was something related to while loop. Okay, so let me just map in this. Okay, and the subject, I'm basically going to map the summary. So summary was related to C++ programming. So let's just search like this, C++. Okay, so this is the summary and basically now our subject. Now coming to the email, so as you can see, it is showing a ton of emails. So basically these are all the contacts. So let me just show you all the contacts. So the idea is that we are going to create or issue a ticket to a particular person so that he can sort it out. And let me just take you to all contacts. Okay. So these are all the contacts, and the idea is that my favorite friend, that is Louise Clark, she is going to work on this ticket. Okay, so this is the one person that is going to work on the ticket. So we have selected it. Now in the status, I'm keeping it as open, and the priority is of course low. It's not big deal. Okay, so we have into the description, mentioned the subject, entered the email, status is kept as open, and the priority is kept as low. So all we have to do is just click on save and send test request to create a ticket. So let me do that. Okay, so the API response is showing the ticket has been created. So let's have a look. So let me just go to Freshdesk and click on ticket. Yes, we do have the ticket, C++ programming error in Windows 10. And it has been allotted to this person called as Louise Clark. Excellent. So the presence of this ticket shows that we have successfully integrated Jira and Freshdesk with help of Pabbly Connect. Now, before we leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize my action window and let me minimize my trigger window. So basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Jira to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Freshdesk. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Jira and Freshdesk.
Not just these two apps, you can integrate up plenty of applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Our dedicated team members will help you to automate your workflows. Or better, just visit our website www.pabbly.com. It's awesome. Thanks.